Hi friends, today we are going to solve binary search tree insertion. So as you could see from the problem, we will be given a tree and we have to insert a node in a tree in a proper position. So as you know binary tree, so on the left side the smaller value comes, on the right hand side the larger value would be appended or inserted. So there is a function called node which would be used to create a node value which would be inserted in our binary tree in a proper position. So let's just minimize it and let's create our code. So the first thing we need to do is that we need to create a new node, and inside the new node we will be passing our value that needs to be inserted. So this is the most important part. Secondly, we will be checking if self.root is none. The reason for checking this part is to check if our given tree is null or not. So if it's a null, then the root would automatically become the value, or the value would be inserted in the root node on the topmost part of the tree. If it's not, then we could go and proceed. But let's now write the code to append to make the root value as with the new node return self. So once this is done, so this condition, this entire 3 lines is used to check whether the root is null or not. If root is null, then the root would automatically become the value. Now, once you have done it, you would be current equal to self dot root. So we have stored our root value in a variable called current, and we'll look through a while loop, while true, which basically means whether our root node is null or not. So now to check if the value is lesser than current dot info, if our current value which to be inserted is less than the current root value, current value of the root node, then we would be going to the innermost loop to check whether current dot left place is null or not, and if it's null, then would be appending our root node in that position equal to new node, and we'll be returning self, else if our root node, if our value is greater than the current value of root node, then we'll be going to the right side of the tree, and we'll be checking whether the value is empty or not. If it's empty, then we'd be appending that value to that position, else we would again loop back. That's the idea. So current dot right equal to new node return self. That's the entire idea of writing this code. One thing to change here would be yeah. So this is the code. The first, it could be divided in three parts. The first part would be checking whether the current root value is null or not. If it's null, then the root automatically becomes the value. The second part is whether to check whether the value is less than the current uh, tree's left value or not. So if it's lesser, then it will automatically go to the left side. And the third part would be checking whether it's greater. So if it's greater than the current, the value that needs to be inserted is greater than the current value of the root node, uh, then you would go to the right side. So in this way, it operates. Basically, you have to understand how binary tree works, and let's submit the code. I hope it would pass all the test cases. Let's see. And meanwhile, I would say, please comment below if you have a better way of solving this solution. So that would be greatly helpful for me or for any people who is trying to understand this code. I know HackerRank discussion forum is good, but this entire idea of creating this video is to provide one platform where user who's interested in coding in Python could find all the question solutions in this entire playlist or this entire channel. So that's the idea. Meanwhile, if you are interested, join the Discord channel. That would be greatly helpful. And as always, thanks for watching this video and stay tuned.